I deliberately don't make a habit of constantly going on about all my other internet activities on this channel. It'd get boring fast. But this one's time sensitive, so I thought it was worth a mention. Later on today, assuming you're watching this on Tuesday when the episode comes out, so 9:30, Tuesday the 14th of June 2016, if you're in the future, it will still exist actually. Live on the Mature Game Podcast YouTube channel is our annual live recap of E3. So if you're interested in what's been going on at E3 or video games in general, it's going to be a show you don't want to miss out on. Watch live because you can get involved in the comments, interact with the show, that kind of thing. You can do that by searching for MGP Plays on YouTube or just by searching for the Mature Gamer Podcast, or check my Twitter at Lollujo and I'll be linking to it a lot. And it'd be lovely to have some of you lot along. Let them know that Dave sent you, and we'll all know what it means. Hello and welcome to part 36 of the Bolton Battle. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode we've got football games. But unbelievably, we're at home against Oxford and away against Dagenham in the League Two. Since you were last with me, still going rather well. I mean, there's a red one on there, but we won't worry about the red because it was in the FA Cup. It was a replay. We lost on penalties, and it was a team that's mid-table in League One, so we won't worry too much about that. Actual league form, we're undefeated still since the 10-goal thriller away against Notts County. So I'm hoping the new midfield setup is working. It seems to be working okay so far. And the league table is still looking rather delicious. So 17 games in, we're now 8 points clear at the top of the league. Russell Bye is top scorer in the division with 14 goals. Tom White is third on the average rating, 7.66. And Alonso is top of assists on 13, with Tom White in third place with 8 assists. And he's had some time out injured as well, so he's doing well to be within touching distance of Alonso. A couple of people have asked about the finances, so a quick look at them to show you how things are. Finances look okay at the moment. We've still got nearly £600,000 in the bank. The game against Tottenham helped. The FA Cup replay, having 2 legs against Colchester, helped as well. So we're doing okay for money. We're well within our wage budget. And hopefully, I mean, ignore the projection, getting promoted should bring more fans along, and we should be all right. The projections looked like that ever since we've been at Bolton. It's never really gone into the red, so I think that we need new accountants. That's probably been the problem with Bolton all along. They've been in administration twice. If they had proper accountants, so they were probably never even in debt, just went into administration because they thought they might be. So this is the team that we're going to be playing in the first of today's games at home against Oxford. So Barrett's going to be in goal, a back three of Del Campo, Wesley and Mr. Beige, White and Jennings. Jennings making his first appearance of the season, first start of the season anyway. Alonso's just shattered. He's played a lot of games. He's basically played every game all season. He's obviously having a cracking season. But when we've got another right wing back who's just as good in Glenn Jennings, who's our player, and Alonso's shattered, it makes sense to bring the one in who's fully fit, doesn't it, really? In midfield, we've got Martin, Durant and John Jones, and then Shaw and Pennock up front. I mean, there is a little bit of rotation in this team because there's a lot of tired legs. So Russell Bye's on the bench, but we'll probably see him at some point. Ross Ainley is the other striker on there. And who on earth's Gareth Thomas, I hear you ask? Well, we've signed another free transfer. He's 26 years old, centre-back. Has played the last however many years for Stevenage in League 2 and League 1. So we're bringing in another one of these League 1 players and an extra option for us in defence, which can't be a bad thing. I don't expect him to break into the team anytime soon when our captain can't even get in the team at centre-back. I don't give Gareth Thomas much chance of getting there, but you never know. He might turn out to be awesome and break into this back three. Remember, Wesley's only here on loan, so we might not have him next year. So we're already starting to build a team for League One. Let's get into today's game. I think we need to give Thomas a squad number because he has literally just signed lucky number 13 as well. Good omen for him. So where are Oxford in the league? Oxford are lower mid-table, so they're probably going to absolutely batter us because we always seem to struggle against the poorer teams, he says. I mean, all our defeats have come up against playoff chasing teams. That was just a load of nonsense. That was speaking for the sake of speaking. Pack that in now. Of course, Shaw nearly got in and broke the deadlock after. Is it a deadlock if you're only 30 seconds in? Probably not. Nearly put us in the lead, we'll phrase it like that. This is still the highlight from the start of the game. We've had 2 corners already, is it? Or 1 corner. John Jones with a cross in to Pennock. Comes out to Jennings. Jennings could have had his first assist of the season there, but was beaten to the ball. Tom White takes the corner, and it's cleared And we finally get to have a little bit of a breather. What a hectic start to the match. And for those first few minutes, 83% possession. I can live in a world where we have 83% possession. Their keeper is struggling. Now, what's the play here? Long shots aren't going to make any difference if he's tired, presumably. But should we just be in there hassling him a little bit at corners and trying to get him to fall over? I mean, does it matter if a keeper's only 68% conditioned? He's still going to dive around and stuff, isn't he? It's not as if he has to do a lot of running. How does a keeper even get that tired? He must be carrying a knock of some kind. Right, Mr. Beige clears, but it's back out to Deco. I'm assuming it's not the same one because he'd be about 60 years old in game now. But, it might be. Right, White, what can he do from out wide here? We know he's an assist machine. John Jones sprays it out wide to Jennings, who crosses into Pennock, bounces back off the crossbar, but he tucks it away at the second time of asking. Unbelievably, Wayne Pennock's 8th goal of the season already, and he was signed as a midfield player, not that he's really ever played there for us. But that was a beautiful cross from Glenn Jennings, but the ball from John Jones to set it up, and it's hit first time from Jennings. That's why we love Glenn Jennings, because he can hit crosses like that. I mean, Alonso's good, but he doesn't do that. And John Jones, I mean, hats off to him. And somehow that's not gone down as an assist to Jennings, because obviously it's bounced back off the crossbar before Pennock tucked it away. Quite frankly, he should have finished it properly the first time, so Glenn Jennings gets an assist. He's also picked up a yellow card, as he always does. We're familiar with Glenn Jennings and his collection of yellow cards from previous seasons. There you go, 1-0 up. That'll do, won't it? What's that? We're still 8 points clear at the top, as it stands at the moment. Jennings, don't tackle. I mean, we need to just set him up as a winger or something. There's no reason for him to ever be tackling. There's players around him who can do the tackling for him. He's just no good at it. I mean, we should be retraining him as a winger. But then he'd probably be too far forward to hit his trademark deep crosses. So he just needs to be a non-defending wing-back. Is that an option you can put on there? We want him to... We want sort of a deep-lying playmaker out wide type thing. Have we invented a new position? Right, Jennings with the chance to cross again. He does. Shaw is fouled. We have a penalty. And I bet that's going to be a Shaw assist for winning the penalty. But again, it's the danger of a Glenn Jennings cross. Pennock with the penalty. It's saved. Oh, well. Let's go and have another go. Bear in mind, this is a keeper who's struggling for fitness, has managed to save a penalty. God, the clock's ticking away quickly here. Let's make some substitutions. Right, Pennock, although he's scored, he has missed a penalty and he's not having a great game. So we're going to see the man himself, Russell Bye, comes on. Should we have a look at... I feel like I probably shouldn't bring Gareth Thomas on because Albinson's on the bench and it will put his nose out of joint. But I think we all want to see the new guy. So let's have a look at Gareth Thomas, see if he's going to be any good for us. I guess when you're only 1-0 up, it's not the time to start experimenting with new defenders when your captain's on the bench and can play there. But, looking at a new player and all that, we all want to see him. We'll bring Albinson on now probably because Wesley was the other one who was not having a great game. Mind you, Jennings, he's on a yellow card and not having a great game despite some excellent crossing. But it is his first game back. We don't want him to get sent off. And we have got Alonso sat there on the bench. So we'll bring Alonso on for the last 10 minutes. And hopefully that'll avoid us picking up a red card. So what was he trying to do there? I mean, he's scored a lot of goals this season. He's running at more than a goal a game. But that was just silly. Because he was never going to score from there, was he? Right, Jones out to Thomas. To Durant. Into Martin. Bye. Will score from there, though. That's his 18th goal of the season. It's only our 18th game of the season. And he's not playing every game. We'll have a look at his goals per game in a second because it is absolutely mad. Suspicions of offside, but who cares? Because you give it to Russell Bye, basically on the penalty spot, unmarked, and he's going to score every time. None of this 9 times out of 10 nonsense. He will score every single time you present him with that chance because that's how he rolls. So there you go. We've picked up a 2-0 win. The run rolls on. And we'll have a look at Russell Bye as we prepare for the next match. So the team for the Dagenham game, just the 2 changes. Alonso comes back in for Jennings at right back and Bye comes in for Shaw up front. As promised, we'll have a quick look at Russell Bye, who, he doesn't look anything special on there. I don't really get how or why he scores as many goals as he does. That's a bit worrying. He might not be any good for us next season. But there you go. 15 goals in 13 starts in the league. 18 goals in 17 starts overall. That'll probably do. We can probably live with that, especially after all. I mean, he was just as deadly last year. 26 goals in 30 starts. It's ridiculous goal scoring form. And at 25 years old, bearing in mind he's never really done it before. I mean, Luton, I guess 7 in 11 starts. That's not too shabby, is it? Why would Luton let him go? I don't understand. Let's submit this team. Hang about! He was a Manchester City youth player. Daddy Dearest probably knows him. Well, how have I not noticed that before? Welcome to the club, Russell Bye. I like you even more now. Right, let's. Oh, that's got me all. I'm going to take all the credit for him being this good. It was all. I mean, we've got a lot of former Man City youth players here now. We've got Russell Bye, we've got Eggs. There's probably more than those two, but they're the two off the top of my head. And there's a whole load in the under-21s who have been there ever since I arrived, and they're about 25 now probably, and I should let them go, but I just liked the look of them and want them to get good. And they keep getting better each year to the point where they're always not quite good enough for the first team squad, but they're improving at the same rate we are. We just need to stutter for a season and have them catch up and get into the first team. Probably not going to happen though. Might have to let them go. See, financial management. I'm an expert at it. Dagenham have changed their formation. They started with a 4-5-1, I think, didn't they? They've now gone to a 4-4-2. Or am I imagining it was at the last game when it was a 4-5-1? Because it's unusual for a team to change their formation so dramatically so early in the game. I wonder if they're cheating and using Prozone or something like that, which I've officially decided is against the rules because I don't really understand it. So I now consider it cheating. And I don't think they should be allowed to use it either, just because I don't know how to. Well, Dagenham are having the better of this game, and that is a fantastic save from Jordan Barrett. I will applaud him for that one. I would applaud if it wouldn't involve banging my hands together really close to the microphone, which audio-wise it's never great. So we probably will try to avoid that. I don't understand. I mean, we played so well in the last game. We played so well for ages, and we've not had a shot on target yet. It's nearly half time. It's another one of those games where we're away from home against one of the better teams in the division, and it's screaming the same thing you lot have been screaming at me in the comments for weeks. We need a tactic for away from home against bigger teams. We haven't got one. I'm not going to bother doing one. Well, we're 8 points clear at the top of the league, or 6 points clear now if it stays as things are. But it is going to bite us in the backside again. It's done it before. But as you should all be aware by now, I don't really understand how tactics work. This is still just a variant of the Ipswich one that we stumbled across 20 seasons ago, or however long it was, because I figured out something that actually works a little bit. And Pennock's in, and we're 1-0 up. There you go. Wayne Pennock. We might have to have a look at him as well. I think he's scoring goals at a similar kind of rate to Russell Bye. And I have to keep emphasising the fact we didn't sign him to be a striker. He was supposed to be a backup to John Jones in the attacking midfield slot. He just burst onto the scene with 2 goals on his debut, and he's just keeping all the strikers out of the team. He's pretty much been ever present since he arrived. Let's have a quick look at him, because his goal scoring exploits are mad. So yeah, he's got 8 goals in 8 starts. So Russell Bye form. Plus, he's done it in League One as well. 7 goals in 6 starts for Gillingham. So, we've got a player for next season there. John Jones not having a good game, so we're going to bring on Joe Shaw, drop Pennock back into the position he was always supposed to play in. Shaw and Bye can go up front together. And today, Alonso's not having a good game, so we're going to do the opposite substitution to what we did in the last game, bring Glenn Jennings on. And hopefully, they'll both figure out they have to be on top of their game all the time, because we've got 2 very similar, very talented wing backs. We're 10 points clear at the top of the league right now. Port Vale must have gone behind. Ooh, the swings you get in this game. Joe Shaw's picked up a knock. We're probably going to have to take him off momentarily because we don't want that to develop into something more serious. Russell Bye has his obligatory goal as well. It's basically a goals per game shoot-off between Bye and Pennock at the moment. And long may it continue, because it's certainly helping our promotion chances. What should we do about Joe Shaw? What kind of injury is it? He's got... it's only a head injury. It's the worst that could happen. Right, Wesley, you're going to come off. Oh, no, you're not, actually. You were. But you've just slightly improved. We're doing it purely on the stats. Wayne Pennock is not coming off. We are going to take Wesley off. We'll go back to the original plan. Albinson can come on for him. And be happy about it. We haven't even got the other new fella. I want to say he was called Taylor, the defender. Was he called Taylor? Not even on the bench today, because I felt guilty about not bringing Albinson on in the last game. And there we go. We've picked up 2 very comfortable, if not spectacular, victories. The second one of which was against a good team. And is it too early to say we're all but there? Because if we have a look at this league table, I know it's only 19 games in, but we're approaching the halfway point. We're already on 49 points. We're on target to absolutely smash 100 points. Hold on. I know I'm tempting fate here. We've scored 50 goals as well. We could do the fabled 100 points, 100 goals that we've tried to do before and never quite achieved. I'd like that. Let's do that this season. If you've enjoyed today's episode, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to watch the live podcast, MGP Plays, in like a couple of hours.